guys, today is Saturday, February 18th. This is the weekly recap I do on the Euro USD. Some trades that I end up taking, and also trades that I'm holding on to. So we're gonna do this quick analysis on the Euro USD. Not really much has happened other than I guess a bit of fluctuations on the trend lines I was drawing on the last week's Euro USD recap. So we'll start off with with that where we left off. Now, if I back up a little bit, I'll use this repay tool. This is where we left off last week, right? We had this nice big candle to end the week, and again, I'm going to draw this trend line like I always do: the support and resistance trend line, or resistance to support. All right, we're going to connect this to here. And I ended up taking a short. I had a limit order at 1.0788, which was extremely precise. I was expecting for the market to go a little bit higher, but it found resistance right over here. And also, by the way, if you guys, again, want to check out, if you're watching this video for the first time, or if you saw my videos from last time, I have a complete training and kind of like a mini course on the trend lines and the trading strategy when it comes to that. So you can check that out if you want. But anyway, back to the Euro USD. So I was holding this resistance on this trend line here. I was holding a short, and my target would be this zone right over here, this pivot level. So you saw right in this zone there was strong support to start off the year. So I'll draw that right in here, right in this zone. Okay, so moving forward, this is where we end up closed the week last week, and see we had a nice bounce. Now when I saw this bounce, I figured sometimes I play around with the trend lines, so I decided to draw a support and resistance trend line right over here. So connect this resistance down to support. So this kind of gave me like a barrier of where the market might bounce in between. So again, if I connect here, I saw this, the market respected this zone right over here. So going forward, it made an attempt, or I could say a retest of this trend line. Well, my stops are all the way up here, so I'm still in this position, but you can see it made a huge attempt to break this, made a big move up and faded out during the day. Now I thought maybe we were gonna try to continue higher with another strong green candle to follow this up, but yeah, luckily this resistance still held up. So if I look forward here, you can see this market again finding some support around this zone, and it found support again. Okay, I think this was Thursday. Yep, this was Thursday. And I was thinking, okay, so now we're in between these two trend lines now. Now where's this market gonna, is this market going to continue lower, or is it going to try to just make a strong bounce? Because if I look below this MACD right over here, we have, let me get my MACD trend line drawing tool, which I call it a divergence trend line. So if you're familiar with hidden divergence or trend continuation divergence, I usually use the MACD. And by the way, I also did a MACD video and how it can benefit you in your trading. But if I take this MACD over here, this low, matching up to this low, and now potentially there's support here to make a higher low on the price, and the MACD is making lower low, lower than this is what I would get, right? That's what you call what's known as a hidden divergence. And it's kind of a sign that the market may continue on its trend. But again, I want to see this pivot zone, this previous support zone, get hit before I start thinking about taking any long positions. So I'm looking to hold out on this short and maybe move my stop to break even, depending on how the market opens up next week. So for now, I'm not going to look at this divergence on the MACD. And then if you forward again, you can see this is where we left off. So this is the price action where we left off for the Euro USD on Friday. Attempted to make a strong break, but Market didn't want to break that, still held on. It wanted to stay above this trend line. So this is where where we're leaving off. This whole zone right here. To me, this is one big fluctuation. Um, I'm still leaning towards the bearish side. Still want to see this level get hit before we start getting in, um, or think about any longs. I'm not going to jump in long right away. I haven't really seen a trend line I kind of like want to buy off of or see any level that sticks out to me. I originally had this trend line drawn out. Okay, so again, support to resistance. We'll take our magnet tool and draw it out here. So this is what I was looking at before. I wanted to see this level, this trend line match up with this support zone, and the market hasn't done, obviously hasn't done that, right? It stayed pretty sideways, no major moves up or down. So I'm not really looking at this trend line anymore as the level I want to buy off of. Okay, so we're gonna remove that. And if we look at the weekly chart, let's take a look here. Again, this whole expanding wedge or megaphone pattern is overall bullish. So it's possible that this could just be a move up. It could be a pullback, and we continue higher. But I'm not looking at that yet. I want to see what the price action is on the daily chart, and then from there we'll make a decision. If we start breaking below this, this might be a level to consider short. And if you start trading below this pivotal level, then there's a possibility that we could trend all the way down here for at these median levels before we potentially make a run up. Now, if I take a Fibonacci tool all the way this bottom right over here to the top, again, I mentioned in my other video that I usually like to round out the Fibonacci ratios. So this would be, if you have it as default, you would have a 61.8. Okay, I rounded out to 62%. So pretty much around the same area. But I like the fact that if we just start continuing lower, and I'm gonna aim this level, this is a nice confluence. You can see this resistance zone matches up with that 62% and the median levels right over here. Okay, so this will be a zone to watch if we start trading below this zone right over here. So that's about it on the Euro USD. That's the recap that I'm looking at for going into next week. There's nothing I kind of want to look. I want to take additional positions on, and that's pretty much how I'm going to leave off and see what we're going to get for the start of next week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. I think that's it for this recap. So that's going to do it for this weekly recap of the Euro USD. I always do a recap either on Fridays or Saturdays to see what's going on for the previous week and then going into the next week. As far as data goes, or the calendar, there's not really much going on. This was the previous week, and going forward, we don't have any major news until I believe mid-March. Yeah, you can see all these data points and economic data releases coming out here between March 14th and March 17th. So, yep, that's what we're going to leave off. And please check out the other videos. I will leave them at the end of this video. A mini course on Trendlines and a previous video that I did on the MACD and how to use it to your advantage. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the next one, which I'm going to do a support and resistance mini course as well, and follow up next week with the end of week recap. So I'll see you guys later in the next video.